For 6 centuries, the Ottoman Empire stood as a colossus, a bridge between East and West. Its power spanned 3 continents. But even the grandest empires are subject to history's relentless currents, destined to rise and, inevitably, to fall. At its zenith, under Suleiman the Magnificent, the empire was formidable. Yet, seeds of decline were sown. Succession struggles and the growing influence of the harem slowly eroded central authority, weakening the state from within its opulent core. The once feared Janissaries, an elite fighting force, resisted modernization. As European armies adopted new tactics and weaponry, the Ottoman military lagged. This technological and strategic gap would prove catastrophic in future conflicts. Economic weakness plagued the empire. European powers secured capitulations, granting them trade advantages and extraterritorial rights. The Ottomans missed the Industrial Revolution, becoming economically dependent and increasingly indebted. The multi-ethnic empire faced rising nationalism. Greeks, Serbs, Bulgarians, and others, inspired by European ideas, sought independence. These movements would ignite a series of revolts, chipping away at the empire's vast territories. A series of devastating Russo-Turkish wars further weakened the Ottomans. Russia's ambition for warm water ports and influence in the Balkans led to repeated conflicts, resulting in significant territorial losses for the ailing empire. The Crimean War saw the Ottomans allied with Britain and France against Russia. While at the victory, it highlighted the empire's reliance on European powers for survival. It was a stark reminder of its diminished strength and vulnerability. Amidst decline, reformist movements emerged. The young Ottomans advocated for constitutionalism and parliamentary rule, seeking to modernize the state while preserving its Islamic character. Their ideas challenged the absolute power of the Sultan. Sultan Abdulhamid II, known as the Red Sultan, ruled autocratically. He attempted to centralize power and promote pan-Islamism, but his repressive regime stifled dissent and fueled resentment among reform-minded intellectuals and military. In 1908, the Young Turk Revolution forced Abdulhamid to restore the constitution. This uprising, led by the Committee of Union and Progress, promised modernization and equality. However, it soon led to its own brand of authoritarianism. Italy's invasion of Libya in 1911 exposed Ottoman weakness. The empire, unable to effectively defend its distant North African province, lost it to Italy. This defeat further signaled the empire's inability to protect its remaining territories. The First Balkan War in 1912 was a catastrophe. A coalition of Balkan states decisively defeated the Ottomans, stripping them of nearly all their remaining European territories. The empire was now largely confined to Anatolia. The Second Balkan War followed quickly, as the victors fought amongst themselves. While the Ottomans recovered a small sliver of land, the wars solidified their diminished status and fueled a sense of existential crisis within the empire. The Committee of Union and Progress, led by the triumvirate of Enver Pasha, Tulut Pasha, and Cemal Pasha, seized full control. Their nationalist and militaristic policies would soon drag the empire into the catastrophic First World War. Driven by a desire for revenge against Russia and an affinity for German military prowess, the Ottomans formally allied with the Central Powers in 1914. This fateful decision plunged the already weakened empire into a global conflict. The Gallipoli campaign was a brutal test. Ottoman forces, under Mustafa Kemal, bravely repelled Allied invaders, securing a crucial victory. Yet, the immense human cost further strained the empire's dwindling resources and manpower. The Arab Revolt, instigated by the British, saw Arab tribes rise against Ottoman rule. Fueled by promises of independence, this internal conflict further destabilized the empire's southern fronts, diverting crucial resources and attention. Amidst the war's chaos, the Ottoman government initiated the systematic extermination of its Armenian population. This tragic event, driven by wartime paranoia and nationalism, resulted in the deaths of millions, leaving an indelible stain on history. On the Mesopotamian front, British forces pushed relentlessly. After years of hard fighting, they captured Baghdad in 1917, severing a vital artery of the Ottoman Empire and further isolating its remaining forces in the region. The Syrian-Palestine front also crumbled. British and Arab forces, led by General Allenby, captured Jerusalem and Damascus. The Ottoman army, exhausted and demoralized, was in full retreat, its southern territories lost forever. On October 30, 1918, the Ottoman Empire signed the Armistice of Mudros, effectively ending its involvement in World War I. This surrender marked the final collapse of a once mighty empire, leaving its future uncertain. Following the armistice, Allied forces occupied Constantinople, the empire's historic capital. Foreign flags flew over the city, a profound humiliation that symbolized the complete loss of Ottoman sovereignty and national pride. The Treaty of Sèvres, signed in 1920, proposed the dismemberment of the Ottoman Empire. It carved up Anatolia, granted vast territories to Allied powers, and left only a small Turkish state. It was a death sentence for the empire. But from the ashes rose Mustafa Kemal Ataturk. He rallied Turkish nationalists, launching the War of Independence against the Allied occupation and the Treaty of Sèvres. This struggle would forge a new nation from the empire's remnants. The Ottoman Empire officially ended in 1922. From its ruins, the Republic of Turkey was born, charting a new course. Its fall reshaped the Middle East and global politics, a powerful reminder of how empires, however grand, eventually yield to change.